Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Listening Practice Hub. My name is Emma. Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Listening Practice Hub. My name is Emma, and I am very happy to be here with you today. Thank you for joining this long, calm listening practice. In this episode, we will take a slow and gentle journey together. I will speak clearly and softly so you can understand each moment without stress. This story will help you think in English naturally without translating in your head. We will move through simple scenes, daily routines, and peaceful thoughts that make your mind relax into the language. So, take a deep breath. Find a quiet place. Sit comfortably. Let your shoulders relax. Today, we will learn to follow English with your heart, not your dictionary. Our story begins on a quiet morning. The sun is soft, the air is cool, and the world feels slow. In a small room, someone wakes up from a deep and peaceful sleep. They open their eyes slowly. For a moment, they lie still and listen to the early sounds of the day. A bird sings outside the window. A car passes in the distance. The wind touches the curtains with a soft movement. Everything feels calm. They sit up in bed and stretch their arms. Their mind is still sleepy, but they remember something important. They want to stop translating in their head. They want to think in English more naturally. Yesterday, they tried a little, and it felt good. Today, they want to continue that journey. They stand up and walk toward the window. When they open it, fresh air enters the room. It feels clean and new, like a small invitation from the day. They smile softly and whisper in their mind, "It's a new day. I can practice again. I can try to think in English." These small, simple sentences help them feel ready. They walk to the kitchen and boil water for tea. While waiting, they take a small notebook from the table. This notebook is special. It is their English thinking notebook. They open it and write 3 short sentences. I want to stop translating. I want to think in English. I want to stay calm. They look at the sentences. They do not feel pressure. They do not feel fear. They feel hope. When the tea is ready, they sit at the small kitchen table, holding the warm cup between their hands. The steam rises softly. They take a slow sip and let the warm liquid relax their body. Then, they close their eyes and breathe deeply. They decide to think in English for just 1 minute. No stress. No rules. Only simple thoughts. The tea is warm. The morning is quiet. I feel peaceful. The minute feels natural. Almost easy. They open their eyes and smile. After finishing the tea, they get dressed and leave the house. Outside, the morning light is gentle. A few people walk down the street. The sound of early movement feels soft and slow. They begin walking toward a small cafe they visit often. As they walk, they deliberately avoid translating. Instead of thinking in their first language, they try to see the world in English. The sky is light. The air feels cool. My steps are slow. These simple phrases give their mind a rhythm, a quiet flow. When they reach the cafe, they push the door gently. The familiar smell of fresh bread and warm coffee fills the air. A kind barista stands behind the counter. "Good morning," the barista says with a friendly smile. "Good morning," they reply softly. "Tea today?" Yes, please, they say. The barista makes the tea and hands it to them. They take it with a gentle smile and say, "Thank you." They sit at a table near the window. The cafe is warm and quiet. People speak softly, and the sound feels comfortable. They take out their notebook again and write. I can think in English. I don't need to translate everything. I can relax. They drink the tea slowly and watch the street outside. People walk by. Cars move calmly. A bicycle stops at a red light. They describe everything in English in their mind. The man is walking fast. The woman has a red jacket. The bicycle is quiet. They're surprised at how natural this feels. No translation. No pressure. Only clear, simple English. After finishing the tea, they leave the cafe and walk to work. Their workplace is not far, a small office building with large windows and soft lighting. When they arrive, they enter the building and walk to their desk. They turn on the computer and look at their email. Some messages are long. Some words are unfamiliar. But instead of translating each word, they try something new. They look at the whole sentence and guess the meaning. They try to understand the message, not the isolated vocabulary. To their surprise, it works. They read slowly and think in English. I understand this idea. This part is clear. This request is simple. They answer an email with calm, clear sentences. They write, I checked the file. Everything looks good. I will send the update soon. They read it again. It feels correct. It feels natural. It feels like progress. A coworker walks by and says, Good morning. How are you today? They take a small breath. I'm good, thank you. And you? The coworker smiles and continues walking. The short conversation feels easy. They did not translate. They just answered naturally. Later, they have a small meeting. They listen carefully. At first, the sentences feel too fast, but they stay calm. They follow the general idea, not every detail. And soon, their mind begins to understand the flow. When someone asks, Do you have anything to add? They answer, Yes, everything is clear. I will finish my part today. No fear. No translation. Only clear, simple English. After the meeting, they feel a quiet pride inside their chest. They whisper in their mind, I can think in English. I am improving. I am growing. At lunchtime, they take a walk in a small park nearby. The trees move in the wind. The sun shines through the leaves. They sit on a bench and breathe quietly. They take their notebook again and write, I want to stay positive. I want to trust the process. I want to practice every day. They look at the sentences and feel grateful. The park is quiet. The moment is soft. Their mind feels open. As the day continues, they practice thinking in English during small tasks. When they walk, when they eat, when they answer messages, when they sit quietly, they keep the language close. After work, they walk home slowly. The sky is turning orange. The air feels warm. They think, I can understand more today. I feel comfortable. I am learning. When they arrive home, they prepare dinner, clean the kitchen, and sit by the window with a cup of tea. The evening is peaceful. The city lights shine softly. They open their notebook one more time and write, "Today felt easier. I stopped translating many times. I feel proud." Then they close the notebook, take a deep breath, and let the quiet evening wrap around them. They feel ready for tomorrow. The journey continues. They wake up the next morning feeling calm and rested. The soft light enters the room through the thin curtains, and it paints the walls with warm colors. They lie still for a moment, listening to the soft sounds around them. The city is waking up slowly, and everything feels peaceful. Their first thought is simple: I want to think in English today. They sit up in bed and stretch their arms. The air in the room feels cool and fresh. They look at their small table where the notebook waits for them. The notebook is not just a tool now. It is a part of their routine, a small friend that guides them through the slow journey of learning. They smile softly and stand up. They walk to the window. When they open it, a quiet breeze enters the room. They breathe deeply and enjoy the clean morning air. They look at the street below. A few people walk quickly. Someone carries a bag. A cyclist moves slowly across the road. The sky is light blue with a few soft clouds. It is a gentle morning. They say in their mind, "Today will be a good day. I will practice again. I can stay patient." These simple sentences give them a soft start. They walk to the kitchen and boil water for tea. While waiting, they open the notebook and write 3 new lines. "I will listen more today. I will not translate. I will enjoy the process." When the tea is ready, they hold the warm cup in their hands and sit near the window. They drink slowly. They feel their mind waking up, becoming clearer, becoming ready. After finishing their tea, they get dressed, put on their jacket, and leave the house. The morning light is soft on their face. The air feels a little cold, but the cold helps them feel awake and alive. They begin walking toward the cafe, taking slow steps. They keep their mind in English. The air is cold. My steps are light. The morning is quiet. When they reach the cafe, the door opens with a familiar sound. The warm smell of bread and tea surrounds them. The barista smiles again. "Good morning," the barista says. "Good morning," they answer with calm confidence. "Tea today?" "Yes, tea, please." They take the tea and sit near the window again, the same place they love. They watch people outside. Some walk fast, some slow. Some talk on their phones, some walk quietly. They describe everything in English inside their mind. The man is holding a bag. The woman looks happy. The bus is moving slowly. This simple observation helps their mind stay in the language. They open their notebook and write, "I feel more comfortable today. I can think slowly. I can understand more." After finishing the tea, they walk to work. The building feels familiar and warm. When they arrive at their desk, they turn on the computer and prepare for the day. New emails arrive. They look at them without fear. They open the first one and read slowly. Some words are new. Some sentences are long. But they remember their goal: stop translating. So they try to understand the idea, not the exact meaning of each word. They read slowly, line by line, letting their mind follow the general direction of the message. Surprisingly, it works again. They write a short reply. "Thank you for the information. I will check the details and send an update today. It feels clear. It feels natural. Later in the morning, a coworker approaches them with a small smile. Do you have time to review this file? Yes, I can review it, they say calmly. They open the file and read the text. They do not translate every sentence. They read slowly and look at the meaning. They make a few small notes in English. This part is not clear. This sentence needs a simple example. Please check the numbers. The coworker reads the notes and says, "This is very helpful. Thank you." They smile softly and reply, "You're welcome." The simple conversation feels smooth. Their confidence grows. They feel stronger today. A meeting is scheduled for later. When the meeting begins, they listen carefully. People speak at different speeds. Some voices are soft, some fast, but they do not panic. They breathe and listen. They follow the main ideas, the general flow. They understand more than yesterday. When someone asks, "Do you agree with this plan?" they answer, "Yes, I think it is a good idea. I can support this." The words come naturally. They do not search for translations. They speak with calm rhythm. After the meeting, they go for a walk outside. The sun is warm on their face. The street is busy, but they enjoy the activity around them. They walk to the small park and sit on a bench again. The trees move gently in the wind. They close their eyes and breathe deeply. They open the notebook and write, "I listened well today. I understood more. I want to keep practicing." They feel quiet pride in their chest. They realize something small but important. Their mind is starting to switch to English naturally without force. After lunch, they return to work. The afternoon is quiet. They finish tasks, answer small questions, and keep their mind steady. Every small action feels like practice. When the workday ends, they leave the building and walk slowly toward home. The sky has warm colors: orange, yellow, pink. The city feels soft. They put their hands in their pockets and think, "I did well today. I stopped translating many times. I am learning." The walk home feels peaceful. When they enter their apartment, they take off their jacket and sit on the couch. The room welcomes them with silence. They close their eyes for a moment and breathe. After preparing a simple dinner and cleaning the kitchen, they sit by the window again, this time with a warm cup of tea. The city lights shine softly outside. The world feels calm. They open their notebook one more time and write, "I feel proud of myself. I am getting better. Tomorrow I will continue." They close the notebook gently and place it on the table. They sit in silence for a long moment. Their mind is calm. Their English thoughts feel soft and natural. Later, when they lie down in bed, they feel grateful for the day. They whisper one last English thought, "I am changing." And with that peaceful thought, they fall asleep slowly, ready for the next gentle day of learning. The night is quiet, and they sleep deeply from the moment they close their eyes. Their body rests, their mind rests, and the soft rhythm of sleep moves through the long hours. Outside, the city becomes calm. Streetlights make small golden circles on the road. A few cars pass during the night, but the world stays peaceful. When the new morning arrives, The light slowly enters the room. It touches the wall, then the floor, then the side of the bed. They open their eyes gently. Their mind feels soft and fresh, like a blank page ready for new words. They stretch their arms and sit up. The air feels cool against their skin. They whisper in their mind, "It's a new day. I can practice again. I don't need to rush." These thoughts give them energy. They stand up and walk to the window. When they open it, the morning breeze comes inside. It feels light and clean. The sky is slowly turning brighter. People outside walk with quiet steps. A bus arrives at the corner. A small dog runs next to its owner. They watch the scene and think in English. The sky looks soft. The morning is slow. I feel calm. They walk to the kitchen and boil water for tea. This small routine helps them start the day with peace. While waiting, they open their notebook. On a new page, they write, "I will not translate today. I will think in English. I will stay patient." The notebook is now filled with many pages, many thoughts, many quiet goals. It shows their growth day by day. They drink their tea slowly. The warm cup makes their hands feel safe. They take a deep breath. The day feels open, gentle, full of possibilities. After getting dressed, they put on their jacket and step outside. The air is cool but nice. They begin walking toward the cafe. Their steps are slow, their mind is soft. They describe everything they see. The road is clean. The trees are tall. My breath feels warm. They enter the cafe, which feels warm and familiar. The barista looks at them and smiles. "Good morning," the barista says. "Good morning," they reply with a natural tone. "The usual tea?" "Yes, please." The barista prepares the tea. They take the cup and sit near the window again. This spot feels like their own small world. They look at the street and think in English. The people look busy. The bus is full. The morning is bright. They open their notebook and write, "I feel good today." Thinking in English feels natural. I am not afraid of mistakes. After finishing the tea, they leave the cafe and walk to work. The building has a warm light inside. When they enter, they walk to their desk and turn on the computer. Soon, emails begin to arrive. They open the first email and read it slowly. They guess the meaning of unfamiliar words by looking at the whole sentence. They do not stop. They do not translate. They stay relaxed. Then they reply, "I understand the request. I will complete the task and send the update this afternoon." Their writing feels more natural now. Their sentences are simple but clear. After some time, a coworker comes to their desk. "Could you help me with this short message?" The coworker asks. They smile softly. "Yes, I can help." The coworker shows them a small paragraph written in English. They read it slowly and say, "This part is good. Maybe change the sentence to make it easier to read." They write a simple suggestion on a piece of paper. "This part needs a little more detail." The coworker nods. "Thank you. You explain things very clearly." They feel a warm sense of confidence inside their chest. Later, they join a meeting. Today's meeting has more people than usual. At first, they feel nervous. Many voices speak at once. Some talk fast. Some use longer sentences, but they remember their goal. Don't translate, just listen. Stay calm. So they listen with soft attention. They understand the main ideas. They follow the flow of the conversation. They pick up useful phrases. I would like to add, we should consider. Let's check this part. They repeat these phrases quietly in their mind. They imagine using them one day without fear. When someone asks for their opinion, they speak slowly. I think the plan is good. I will continue my work and send the results tomorrow. Their voice is steady. Their words are simple, but everyone understands. After the meeting, they breathe deeply. They whisper in their mind, I did it. I listened well. I am improving. Around lunchtime, they go outside again. The sky is bright and warm. They walk to the small park and sit on their usual bench. The trees move gently. Birds make soft sounds. Children play in the distance. They look around and describe the scene. The trees are green. The children are laughing. The wind feels soft. They open their notebook and write, I enjoy listening in English. It feels easier today. I can stay focused. They sit quietly for a few minutes. The moment feels peaceful. After lunch, they return to work. The afternoon moves slowly. They complete tasks, send short messages, and read small instructions. Everything feels smoother than before. When the workday is over, they pack their bag and walk outside. The sky is turning orange again. Evening colors fill the streets. They breathe deeply, feeling a gentle happiness. On the way home, they think, every day feels different now. I understand more. I think more in English. They stop by the small shop. The lights inside are warm. They buy some bread and fruit. The shopkeeper smiles and says, have a good evening. They reply softly, thank you. Have a good evening too. The words come naturally. No translation. No fear. When they get home, they take off their jacket and sit on the couch. The room feels warm and familiar. After a moment of rest, they prepare dinner. They enjoy the quiet sounds, the knife cutting vegetables, the pan heating, the water boiling. They think in English as they cook. The food smells good. The kitchen is warm. This moment is peaceful. After dinner, they make tea and sit by the window. The city lights shine quietly outside. They open the notebook again. The pages are almost full now. They write a small reflection. I think more in English now. It feels natural. I am growing every day. They close the notebook gently. The air feels soft, the room feels warm, and their mind feels light. They prepare for bed, lie down, and breathe slowly. Their last thought before sleep is simple. I am proud of myself. And with that quiet feeling, they fall into a deep and peaceful sleep. The morning arrives again, soft and quiet. Light enters the room slowly, touching the bed, the wall, and the small table where the notebook waits. They open their eyes gently and take a long, peaceful breath. Their sleep was deep, and their mind feels clear, like still water. They lie for a moment and listen to the soft sounds around them. The world outside is waking up, but not in a rush. Everything feels calm. They sit up in bed, and stretch their arms. The cool air brushes against their skin. They look at the notebook, and a small smile appears. This notebook has become part of their mornings. It reminds them of their journey, their growth, their slow and natural progress. They stand up and walk to the window. When they open it, fresh morning air enters the room. Birds make quiet sounds. Someone walks down the street. A bicycle passes with soft wheels. The sky is bright, but still gentle. They say in their mind, "I feel ready today. I can think in English again. I don't need to be perfect." These small sentences fill their mind with calm energy. They boil water and prepare tea. While waiting, they open the notebook and write, "I want to listen more today. I want to stay calm. I want to stop translating." They drink their tea slowly, feeling the warm cup in their hands. The morning feels light and safe. After finishing, they get dressed and leave the house. Outside, the air is cool and the world feels open. They walk toward the cafe with slow steps. They think in English. The road feels long. The air is fresh. The morning is bright. When they enter the cafe, the warm smell of tea and bread surrounds them again. The barista smiles. "Good morning." "Good morning," they reply softly. "Tea?" "Yes, please." They sit by the window with the warm cup. This place feels like a peaceful corner of their life. They watch people outside. Some hurry. Some walk slowly. Some smile. Some look tired. They describe everything in English in their mind. The man is running. The girl is carrying a small bag. The old woman is walking slowly. They open their notebook and write, "I think in English more easily now. I don't worry about mistakes." After finishing the tea, they leave the cafe and walk to work. Their thoughts remain in English as they walk. "My steps are soft. The street is busy. I feel calm." At their desk, they turn on the computer and begin reading emails. Today, there are more messages than usual. Normally, this would make them feel stressed. But now, they breathe slowly and read each message calmly. They try not to translate. They understand the meaning from context. One email says, "Please review the attached file and send your notes." They read it once, twice, and understand the request. They reply, "I will check the file and send my notes today." Their writing is clear and natural. Later, a coworker approaches them. "Do you have time to help with this short message?" They smile. "Yes, I can help." The coworker gives them a small paragraph. They read it slowly, thinking in English. They understand the general meaning and say, "This part needs a simple example. Maybe make this sentence shorter." The coworker nods. "That's very helpful. Thank you." They feel warm pride again. Their English is becoming useful, not perfect, but helpful. Later, they join another meeting. Today, the meeting has a calm tone. People speak normally, not too fast. They listen carefully. They hear familiar phrases. They understand the structure. They don't catch every word, but they follow the flow. Someone says, "We need to finish this by tomorrow." Another says, "Let's check this part again." Another says, "Any ideas?" They breathe softly and speak. I think it looks good. I will finish my part today. Their voice is soft but confident. They do not translate. They speak directly from English thoughts. After the meeting, they take a short break. They walk outside the building. The sky is warm and bright. A soft breeze touches their face. They think, I understand more today. I feel comfortable. I can continue. At lunchtime, they walk to the park again. The trees move in the wind. The light shines between the branches. They sit on their usual bench and take out the notebook. They write. My mind feels more open now. I think in English without fear. I want to keep going. They close the notebook and enjoy the quiet moment. After lunch, they go back to work. The afternoon passes with simple tasks. They read, write, listen, and think. English feels like a soft river moving through their day. Not fast, not loud, but steady. When the workday ends, they leave the building and begin walking home. The sky is turning orange again. The colors feel warm and gentle. They think in English. I did well today. My mind feels stronger. I don't need to translate. They stop by the small shop again to buy bread and fruit. The shopkeeper smiles. Good evening. Good evening, they reply softly. They pay, take the small bag, and walk home. Inside the apartment, they put the food on the counter and take a moment to rest. The room feels calm. They make dinner, clean the kitchen, and sit by the window with tea. The city lights glow softly outside. They open the notebook again. The pages are almost full. They write. Today felt natural. I stopped translating many times. I feel proud. They sit quietly, feeling the calm of the evening. Later, they take a warm shower. The water feels soft on their skin. They breathe slowly and think in English. I am learning. I am growing. I am doing my best. They go to bed, lie down, and look at the ceiling. Their last thought is soft and gentle. I can think in English now. And with that peaceful feeling, they fall asleep again, ready for the next day of quiet growth. The next morning arrives with soft, clear light. The room feels quiet and safe. They open their eyes and stay in bed for a few seconds. Their first thought is not in their native language. It is in English. I feel calm today. They notice this and smile a little. This small moment feels important. It shows a change. It shows that their mind is starting to move into English by itself. They sit up, stretch, and look at the notebook on the table. The notebook is almost full now. It holds so many simple sentences, so many small steps, so many quiet promises. They stand up, walk to the window, and open it. Fresh air enters the room. The sky looks light blue. A few clouds move slowly. People are walking to work, holding bags, talking softly. A bus passes at the corner. They think in English. The sky is beautiful. The air feels clean. The street is waking up. They go to the kitchen and boil water for tea. While the water heats, they open the notebook and write. I want to keep thinking in English. I don't need to translate. I can trust myself. They pour the hot water, make tea, and sit at the small table. The warm cup feels good in their hands. They drink slowly, enjoying the quiet morning. Today, they decide to add one more practice. They will speak English softly to themselves at home, like a gentle monologue. Not loud, not long, just simple talk. They stand by the window and say quietly, "Today I will go to work. I will listen. I will speak slowly. I will stay calm. I want to grow. I want to feel free when I use English." Their voice feels a little shy at first, but then more natural. It feels like they're talking to a kind friend. After getting dressed, they leave the house and walk toward the cafe. The air just outside the door is cool and fresh. They hear cars, steps, voices, but they keep their mind in English. They think, "I am walking to the cafe. I am ready to practice. I am not afraid today." At the cafe, the barista smiles again. "Good morning." "Good morning," they answer with a relaxed tone. "Tea." "Yes, tea, please." They sit by the window, hold the warm cup, and look at the street. Today, they choose one simple focus. No translation, only pictures and English words together. When they see a tree, they think the word tree and picture it. When they see a car, they think car and picture it. No extra language, no extra noise. Just a direct connection. They write in their notebook. Picture plus English word. This is my new habit. After finishing the tea, they walk to work. The building feels familiar, friendly, almost like a second home now. At their desk, they turn on the computer and start reading messages. One email is a bit long. Before, this might give them stress. Now they breathe, sit comfortably, and read slowly. They do not look for perfect understanding. They look for the main idea. Their inner voice stays in English. This message is about a report. They want some changes. They need it soon. They reply, "Thank you for your message. I understand the changes. I will update the report and send it back today." The words feel clear and simple. Later, they have to make a short phone call in English. This makes them a little nervous because they cannot see the other person's face. But they remember their practice. Slow breath, simple sentences, no translation. They pick up the phone and dial a number. When the other person answers, they say, "Hello, this is," they say their name. "I am calling about the report. I just want to confirm the details." The other person speaks, explains a few points. Some parts are easy, some are not. But they listen for the main ideas and ask one small question. "Do you mean the first file or the second file?" The answer is clear. They understand. They smile. "Okay, thank you. I will send the final version today." When they end the call, they feel a warm sense of success. Their heart beats a little faster, but in a good way. They whisper in their mind, "I did it in English. I did not translate. I stayed calm." At lunchtime, they go outside again. The park is waiting with trees, grass, and soft light. They sit on their usual bench and watch the scene before them. Children play. A dog runs happily. Two people sit and talk on another bench. They think, "This park is peaceful. I like this place. I feel safe here." They open the notebook and write, "I made a phone call in English. I listened and understood enough. I feel stronger now." They take a deep breath and close their eyes for a moment. They imagine their brain making new paths for English, like small roads connecting words and images. After lunch, they return to work. The afternoon passes with tasks, messages, and small conversations. They keep their inner voice in English as much as they can. I will finish this task. I need to send this file. I will answer this email soon. When the workday ends, they leave the building and start their walk home. The sky is full of soft afternoon light. The air is cool and gentle. They feel tired, but it is a good kind of tired, the feeling of real effort and quiet progress. On the way home, they decide to do one more small exercise. They will tell the story of their day to themselves in English. So they walk and think. This morning I woke up early. I drank tea. I wrote in my notebook. I walked to the cafe. I went to work. I read emails. I spoke to my coworker. I made a phone call in English. I listened. I understood. I did my best. It feels like a simple, calm summary. It helps them see how much English already lives in their day. When they arrive home, they prepare dinner, clean the kitchen, and sit by the window with tea. The city lights shine softly again. They open the notebook and write. Today I spoke more English. I did not translate as much. I am learning to think in English. They close the notebook with a soft smile. Their heart feels light. Their mind feels alive, but not busy. English is not a heavy thing anymore. It is part of their quiet, gentle life. Before going to bed, they look at themselves in the mirror for a moment. They see a person who is trying, who is growing, who is choosing patience over fear. They whisper, "I am proud of you." Then they turn off the light and lie down, ready for another day of calm practice. The morning comes again, soft and kind. The light touches their face, and they open their eyes slowly. For a short moment, they simply breathe and listen. The room is quiet. Outside, the world is starting to move. But inside, there is a deep sense of peace. Their first clear thought arrives in English. I am changing little by little. They feel a gentle warmth in their chest. This sentence is true. They can feel it. They sit up in bed and reach for the notebook. They do not even stand yet. They open it on their lap and write. I woke up with English in my mind. This is a big step for me. I want to continue. After writing, they get up and walk to the window. When they open it, the morning air flows into the room. It smells fresh and cool. The sky is light and a few birds fly between the buildings. They think, I like this morning air. I feel calm and ready. They go to the kitchen, boil water, and prepare tea. While the water heats, they talk to themselves softly in English. Good morning. Today I will do my best. I will listen. I will speak slowly. I will not be afraid. I will not translate every word. I will trust my brain. Their voice sounds more natural now, less shy. It feels like they are practicing kindness, not only language. They drink their tea, get dressed, and leave the house. On the way to the cafe, they decide to enjoy every small English thought as a sign of progress. They look around and describe the world in simple words. The road is busy. The cars are loud. The trees are green. The sky is clear. At the cafe, the barista already knows their routine. Good morning. Good morning, they answer with an easy smile. Tea. Yes, tea. Thank you. They sit by the window again. The cafe feels like a safe island in their day. They open the notebook and write. English is not only a subject, it is a part of my life now. They drink their tea and enjoy the slow, soft moment. At work, something a little different happens. Their manager asks them to help a new colleague who is also learning English. Could you explain this process? The manager asks. You explain things very clearly. For a second, they feel surprised. Someone is asking them to support another person with English. Then they feel a quiet happiness. Yes, I can explain, they say. They sit with a new colleague at a small table. The new colleague looks a bit nervous. They remember how that feels. So they choose very simple words and a calm tone. Okay, they begin. This is the process. First, you open this file. Then you check this part. After that, you send the result. If something is not clear, you can ask me. The new colleague smiles with relief. Thank you, the colleague says. Your English is easy to understand. Those words touch them deeply. Their English is easy to understand. This is not a weakness. It is a strength. Clear, simple English is powerful. After helping, they return to their desk with a warm feeling. Their mind repeats, I helped someone with my English. I am not only learning, I am also giving. Later, in a meeting, they notice something new. They're not counting words. They're not checking grammar in their head. They are listening to ideas. They are responding with thoughts, not translations. When someone asks, what do you think? They answer, I think this plan is simple and clear. It will be easier for everyone. Maybe we can start with a small test and then continue if it works well. The words come like a smooth line. No long pause. No silent panic. Just natural, slow speech. When the meeting ends, they sit quietly for a moment. They realize they are not fighting the language anymore. They are walking with it. At lunchtime, they go to the park again. The bench feels familiar. The trees feel like old friends. They take out the notebook and write a longer reflection. I used to translate in my head all the time. It was heavy and slow. I felt tired and afraid. Now, I try to connect English words directly to pictures, sounds, and feelings. I do not need to be perfect. I just need to stay with English gently and slowly. Now I can listen, speak, and think more naturally. I feel free. They close the notebook and look around. The wind moves through the leaves. The light changes slowly as clouds move in the sky. They feel deeply connected to this quiet, living moment. In the afternoon, the workday is simple. A few emails, a few tasks, one more short conversation, one more small success. Nothing huge, nothing dramatic. But in every small action, English is there, not as an enemy, but as a gentle companion. At the end of the day, they walk home. The sky is soft with evening colors. Their steps are slow, not from sadness or tiredness, but from peace. They think in English. I am not the same person now. I feel lighter. I can trust my English mind. When they arrive home, they prepare dinner and sit by the window one more time with tea. They take the notebook, now almost full, and open to the last clean page. They write, I do not translate every word now. I think in English more and more. My thoughts are simple, but they are mine. I feel calm. I feel proud. I am still learning, and that is okay. I will continue tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that. They close the notebook slowly. It is full, but their journey is not finished. It will continue, day by day, with each step, each sound, each quiet moment. They turn off the light, lie down in bed, and breathe deeply. Their last thought, fully in English, is soft and strong. I can live in this language. And with that peaceful feeling, they close their eyes and rest, ready for all the new English thoughts that tomorrow will bring. Thank you for listening to this long, gentle story with me today. In this episode, we followed a quiet journey, step by step, of someone who decided to stop translating in their head and start thinking in English more naturally. There was no magic moment, no sudden change, no perfect day. There were only small choices, repeated many times. Slow listening, simple sentences, soft thoughts, patient practice. Maybe you saw yourself in this story. Maybe you also feel tired when you translate every word. Maybe you feel slow or unsure when you speak. That is okay. You are not alone. Learning a language is not a race. It is a path. On this path, calm and kindness are more important than speed and perfection. Every time our character wrote in the notebook, took a deep breath, or chose to think one simple sentence in English, their brain changed a little. Your brain can change in the same way. With every quiet moment of listening, with every simple thought in English, you are building new connections. You are training your mind to trust the language. You do not need difficult words to grow. You do not need fast speech to be good. You only need clear, honest practice and a gentle heart toward yourself. Thank you for sharing this time with me, for giving your attention, and for taking care of your English in such a peaceful way. If you enjoyed this story, stay with us for the next one. Every time you listen, learning becomes easier.